and welcome to another episode of Lexx Education, the comedy science podcast where comedian me, Laura Lexx, tries to learn science from that guy. It's the boy next door in the flat upstairs. It's only Ronnie Bloody Honks.
Hey, lowdown dog, how's it going this week for you?
I'm very good, thank you, Ronking Frog.
Can't talk about it though.
No. I've got a cold.
Yes.
I'm very tired. What have you been up to?
Just working like a loon, you know. I had to dial into a board meeting at the Shard the other day.
Whoa.
Gnocchi, can you fuck off?
Your cat is well hanging around to be on our podcast this week.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been doing that. I've made a wicked spreadsheet.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lots of match index functions.
I made a fit salmon lasagna today.
Ooh.
It was very delicious. Have you got big weekend plans now that you've worked hard all week?
Not particularly. Judith's mum's here, which is always very nice, but always very chill. She doesn't drink, so...
Mother-in-law of the podcast, Judith's mum.
Yeah.
That Gnocchi, she's just licking the pop shield again. Gnocchi fancies Ron's pop shield.
I think she thinks it's one of her.
Well, if she does, she's stupider than any of us could ever have realised.
Finally, a friend.
You got a friend in me. Pop shield, do-do-do. You got a friend in me. Pop shield, do-do. Ron, I think this week's episode is one of my... What's happened?
That was bad.
What do you mean? What was bad?
You got a friend in me. Pop shield.
You didn't like it?
Weird Al, you ain't. You can't just sing a different song and insert...
I can't.
Is that what it sounds like to you when Tom's on stage? It's just them singing a different song and inserting the funny words.
Gnocchi liked it. Well, now I feel self-conscious. That's not true. I never do. Anyway, Ron, I think this might be one of my favourite ever episodes today.
This episode was a bunch of nonsense. It was hellish to edit. But yes, it was one of my favourites as well.
I was listening to it this morning in the kitchen because I like to listen back to them, especially ones I haven't edited. I like to listen back to them the day we do the intros, outros, so I can remind myself what the hell we were doing. And Tom came in. And he was like, oh, is this the final edit? And I said, yes. And he just walked out the room shaking his head going, you two are idiots.
Well, he doesn't have a podcast.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And if he did, it wouldn't be this one.
Yeah, he can eat my beans. He doesn't have any podcasts, and they're not as good.
I think he just walked past, actually. Tom? He's either ignoring me or he's got headphones in.
Tell him he can eat my beans.
I'll tell him later. Listen, there's no way to smooth the goose here. It's down 3.
Yeah.
It's down 3.
Yeah.
Ron tries to force us back into the cul-de-sac that is down.
Again, not Ron, syllabus.
Oh yeah, you also get shitty, like, where differentiate between me and the syllabus.
I genuinely just had a bad time recording this one.
Yeah, you're really hungry. Anyway, we won't spoil it too much, but there you go. That's what you got coming up. Ron, you made the notes this week, so there's no notes anywhere on what was happening in the socials this week.
Well, the big socials talk this week is obviously Eggathon. But
the Eggathon has gone down very well.
Needs to be said
the first
about
video.
First video. Everything that's been said about the Eggathon's been said, you know. If you want to say stuff about the Eggathon, get involved, get on the Patreon, get on Twitter, #retweet Eggathon.
Don't join Twitter now. If you're not already on Twitter, don't join now.
Like Twitter followers that have blue checks that they've paid for.
I was thinking of paying for one because I've never had one. They never ever verified me.
Have to be of note.
Shut your fat mouth. I hate you. You always forget to do Instagram and Facebook though.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't go on those ones.
You should. You run a podcast that has a presence there.
But not a presence I cultivate.
You can chat to us anywhere. Or TikTok too. We'll be anywhere.
You can email us as well at Lexx Education.
You told them not to last time you mentioned the email.
No, I didn't. I said I might not reply because I'm forgetful, but please do email ahead.
No, you didn't. You said please don't, that it was too much pressure on you to email back.
It is a lot of pressure.
Oh my God. So anyway, I'm sure you've all been saying stuff and it's been fun and we've replied, but there's no notes on that. So I guess enjoy the episode.
No, there's been other
and this
chat.
bit's largely... Yeah, but you're supposed to write it down so we know,
Soluble
Ron.
salt chat. We enjoyed that, didn't we?
It's not a fun intro if we're just listing what we've tweeted about.
Well, how's it more fun if you've pre-prepared a list?
Because I say things like, oh, Erin said this or sent us this. Like someone sent us a thing today about a lettuce. What was that?
Colin
Mention it.
was directing a youth choir and they were having a chat about a giant ionic lettuce.
Right. There, that would have been really helpful to have written down so that we
Don't need
remembered
to,
it.
right off the top of the old cabbage up here.
Okay, what else?
Stephen asked if they could be part of my wedding party.
What about stuff that didn't happen within the last 6 hours?
I don't think anything else happened.
Right, enjoy the episode. Ron, why did you say it was down 3 and why have I got figures in my WhatsApp of resultant forces?
Because we have to do down. We didn't do down last week. Wasn't really down. Well, it could have been, but we didn't get that far. Last week wasn't really down 2 because we were just doing forces. Last week was what made down 1 so bad is because we hadn't covered any of the stuff that we needed to have covered before that.
Ron, it all felt bad.
It feels bad every week.
No, sometimes biology is really nice. And the seasonal episodes.
Yeah, season. I like the seasonal one.
And the intros, outros are really fun.
Yeah, I don't like the quizzes.
No, I know you don't like the quizzes.
Because then you get cross at me, like I'm being really pedantic, when actually it's just the nature of a quiz is to get things right.
You're not very good at being the heel, are you? You've got my illness of wanting to be loved at all times.
Yeah, but also...
But I think you are loved, Ron. Just because I get mad at you, I think the listener is not mad at you.
Sometimes they are.
I don't
Sometimes
think so.
they tweet mean things at me.
No, I don't think anyone's ever tweeted anything mean at you. They might have said, I felt for Laura in this moment.
Which is
But
an implicit anti-Ron vote.
Yeah, I think this is your problem, is that you are very, very sensitive. On the Roncta scale, you measure everything as a 9.8.
Yeah.
What are you typing? Who are you talking to?
I'm not, I'm just touching my keyboard.
Oh, you're such a creep.
We're going to do down again. But we're going to do it better this time, Laura.
It can't be
Laura!
better. You've sent me a picture of a book having a fight with a table.
Do you know what, though? Those figures I've sent you,
Yeah.
they don't really come up in the lesson.
Oh,
It's just to
thank
prove I
God.
was right.
Because there's this woman
that
pushing a block in ugly trousers. Ugh.
She's a bit fit, though. Good.
Yeah. If you wanked a lot to clip art, then she's absolutely your type.
Said she looks someone from Vienna hospital.
Yeah, your internet broke up on that, so the joke won't come across. But Ron said, she looks like someone from Theme Hospital. She does. Or she looks like a sim that's sometimes a zombie. Your internet's suddenly gone real fruity.
It's bad now, isn't it?
No, can't hear you.
Hear me now?
That was better, yes.
You hear me?
You want to do the podcast by WhatsApp? You just type me stuff and I'll read it out. First up, we're going to be... Hang on. First up, we're going to be studying gravity. What do you know about gravity, Laura? Oh, it goes delicious on roast potatoes, Ron. You're not funny. Say an answer, you piece of shit with a brain made of mush. Why are you such a worm human? Laura, students should know what gravity is, and if they don't, they should be burned to death in front of a crowd of people, all throwing shit at them. Oh, good one, Jeremy Clarkson. Gravity is the Earth's gravitational pull. Try and do it without saying the word that's in the question. Sorry, I was thirsty.
Can you...
I still can't hear you. I don't know why. Suddenly your internet is just not giving me your voice.
hear me now?
Yeah, I heard that one.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Let's stop the Zoom and see if that gives more bandwidth to the...
What?
But it's eating all the internet.
You know?
No.
Yes.
There we go. Problem solved. We blame Google Chrome.
I hope you enjoyed that elevator music while we had technical difficulties. Now, Laura.
Yes?
So we're starting off with gravity, okay?
Gravity. Yes.
Gravity.
I've never seen the film Gravity. Have you seen the film Gravity?
No,
Listen.
it looks boring. What was that?
That's my gold sand timer.
Are you displaying gravity or are you just fiddling?
Displaying gravity, actually, now that you mention it.
What do you know about gravity, Laura?
It's the Earth's pull and the moon.
You love the moon.
I love the moon. Aroo!
Now, the Earth's pull is gravity,
Yeah.
but it's not just the Earth that has gravity.
Everything
Laura,
has gravity.
Can you stop fiddling with whatever you're fiddling with?
It's my little gold sand timer.
It's not that little and it's noisy.
We haven't done a rain episode in a long time, have we?
No, we're professionals now.
We picked the dry times to record. I've got gravity.
Yep, everything
and
has gravity.
gravitas.
We're going to learn a bit about gravity now, okay, Laura?
Let's learn everything there is to know about gravity.
Nope. Because I don't know that much about gravity, and this is GCSE. Maybe when we're doing our PhDs in physics.
Good to say. Imagine if I became a doctorate of gravity. Dr. Gravity.
If you became a doctorate of gravity.
Yeah. Like if we did so much of this that I was just a professor. Professor Gravity.
Weight is a force.
Yes.
Weight is a force that acts upon something because of gravity, okay?
Newton's.
Yeah, so gravity isn't a force, but weight is, okay?
Gravity is not a force.
But gravity causes the force that works upon you, which is your weight.
Can we stop talking about my weight, please?
Your weight is different to your mass.
Weight is a force, did you say?
Weight is a force is a vector.
No, don't talk about vectors again. We've done that now.
Yeah. Weight is equal to something's mass times the gravitational field strength under which it finds itself. So on Earth, because Earth is the biggest thing around us, it's Earth's gravitational field that is affecting us. Okay?
Do you think astronauts, when they went to the moon then, wrote back postcards being like, oh, I lost 10 stone today?
Maybe? I don't know.
You know, like that joke, oh, I lost 14 stone last year. Yeah, I got divorced. But
I don't know about astronauts.
Oh, okay. Do you think they're cowards? Very influenced by Tim.
I don't think they're cowards, but I do agree with Tim that it doesn't look that hard.
Oh, I'd hate to be an astronaut. I'm very scared of space.
Would you rather be in space or under the sea?
Under the sea.
No, other way around for me.
No, I just think we should leave space alone.
Yeah, but I also think we should leave under the sea alone.
Yeah, let's just leave everything alone. Let's just stay in our houses, talk to the people we already know, and stop looking under rocks.
Yeah, one big Jonestown.
But with me in charge, so it can't go wrong.
Yeah, no, that's the part of it I was talking about. A weight of an object can be this bit you'll like, Laura. You'll really like this. Are you writing any of this down? It's weird. I don't like doing the episodes when we can't see each other.
Oh, we can get back in the Zoom now. We've fixed the internet problem.
Yeah, let's do that because I'm quite dejected after the technical difficulties.
Do you need a bit of sugar? It
Weird.
says invalid meeting link. Please try again.
Okay, I'll send another one. Jeez.
Can you stop shouting at me?
I feel like all of our energy has been sucked out of the room.
Well, let's spit some back in. Why don't you go and get a biscuit?
I don't need a biscuit.
Sounds like you need a biscuit. There he is.
Who's that handsome guy? It's Jess.
You were on the ceiling for a second then. Yeah, you've gone all crackly.
I've gone crackly.
Yeah, it sounds like your microphone isn't plugged in very well.
How about now?
Are your headphone wires touching any other wires?
Yeah, loads. The wires are all in a mess here.
Yeah, it's very crackly.
How about now?
No, it's horrible.
Oh, this is really bad for me.
Ron, just to untie that massive knot in that cable.
It's been like this the whole time.
Well, something is crackling nastily.
Is it better now?
Oh, no, wait, it was. Yeah.
It's better now.
No, every time you move that, it crackles.
This?
No, the white one.
Well, it's on the floor now.
No, it's still crackling then. Oh, it's that. It was definitely that. Oh, no, now I just can't hear you at all. It's such a good episode. Can't hear anything. We're back again. I wish when we finally got back to it, it wasn't something so deeply, savagely shitty as physics.
So, weight is equal to mass times the gravitational field strength. You get that? Have you written that down?
Yes and yes, but a little bit no.
Now, here's something that might shit you up.
I'm gonna shit you up.
The weight of an object may be considered to act at a single point. This is called the centre of mass.
Hasn't shit me up because didn't really know what those words in that combination and order meant.
So when you are thinking about the physics of an object, in motion or whatever you're trying to do, you can treat it as if it were a point. Rather than an object. So when, if you
all
are...
my stuff's in my butt.
Probably just above your navel. Your belly button.
No, that doesn't feel right.
It doesn't really matter, but yes, that's your centre of mass. So if you were to calculate something about your momentum or how something would act, you don't have to spend time sort of calculating, how much mass is at the top and how much mass is at the bottom and stuff like that. You can just treat it as if it was 1 point. Okay?
Yeah.
Laura?
I'm having a think.
Okay.
What if it's a really weird shape?
Like what?
Like, say it's like a needle, and then on top of the needle is a butternut squash.
Why would that change this?
Where's the centre of mass on that?
On a butternut squash?
On a needle.
On a needle?
Yeah.
Probably in the middle of the butternut squash.
The poor needle doesn't really even matter.
But unless it was a butternut squash-sized needle, no.
So then that's where you'd calculate how heavy it is from.
That... No, if you were to calculate, something about it, you'd just treat it as if it was just that point. The centre of mass does not have to be inside the object.
Whoa! It's over there.
Think about the centre of mass of a ring donut. It's going to be right in the middle, right?
Right in the middle of what?
The
There
donut.
isn't a middle of a donut.
Yeah, like I just said, sometimes the centre of mass isn't in the object.
You can't just put the centre of mass in the air.
Yeah, the centre of mass of a donut would be in the middle of the donut hole.
So it's nothing.
No, it's the point at which...
I hate these ideas. Who cares, science? Fix the ozone layer. Fucking about with a donut for.
Now,
I love donuts.
in science's defence, the type of people that you might task with fixing the ozone
It's actually fixed itself, I think.
wouldn't have thought
Because of
twice.
fridges.
No, I don't think that's true.
Yeah. We stopped doing CFC fridges and aerosols and the ozone layers repairing.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I thought fridges were the problem.
Yeah, but we changed the type of fridges and now you have to dispose of fridges safely instead of just sticking them in your nearest field.
Do you get the centre of mass then? Can we move on?
Yeah, fine.
All right.
What I'm sad for myself for is when kids at school didn't get this, I thought they were idiots. It's really easy. And now I'm like, well, you just had more interesting things to think about, whereas I was just sitting there like a little dweeb listening.
Yeah, they were probably kissing on boys and having fun.
Had other stuff going on in their lives, which meant they were distracted from the fucking donuts mass gravitational moon pull. And I just didn't have anything to think about.
But you can have everything. You can find this interesting. You can find this interesting and have a cool life.
Yeah, but I don't and haven't. So.
Yeah, no, you're just... because the way that you said that was like, back then you had nothing going on, so you cared about this. They had stuff going on, so they didn't care about
You've
this. But
you've
now you don't
pressed
care
the
about
wire.
this.
You've moved the wire.
Better now?
No! Yeah, don't touch that ever again. Is this the most technical difficultied episode in history?
Yeah, I hate it. I'm cross and I'm not having fun.
Me as well. Right, yeah. Carry on. What are we talking about? God.
So what I was saying to you was, you made it sound like...
Don't go back into the explanation of why my life's shit. Just move on with the science, you little prick.
Fine. Okay, but now we're back into resultant forces.
No, not the woman. I
But
don't want
we're going to
to.
do it... We're gonna do it better today than we did yesterday
I
or the
understand
day
resultant
before.
forces. The table's pushing. The table's pushing.
Well, no, because that's a reaction
Now let
force.
Mum and
so
Dad
you
get back
can't-
together. The table's pushing. I agree. I should never have snapped all my crayons.
But Laura, you've kind of proved my point there, because the table pushing isn't a resultant force, that's a reaction force.
Yeah, and the result is everything's on the table.
Resultant forces.
No!
All of the forces acting upon an object can be distilled into one force. This is called the resultant force. Okay?
Yes, and it's just as corrupt as the Metropolitan one.
We average out the vectors, right? So, if you had one force that is acting on something in a westerly direction, and another force that is acting on something in a northerly direction, which way is the resultant force going to push?
West, because you always ignore the north. It's irrelevant.
Didn't even really get that.
It's just
as
a joke about north-south bias.
Northwest, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get
I
that?
wonder how she is.
Think probably broken.
Yeah, poor thing.
Yeah.
But very rich. And as we all know, money is what counts deep down.
So if you have one force acting on something down,
Down.
and the other force acting on something up, and these forces are equal, what are they going to do?
They are going to just kiss in the middle and leave the book on the table.
Well, it's just so hard because, like, you really don't get it.
I do get it. I get what I said. Stay still. Stay still.
But they're not going to meet in the middle because they're both coming out the book. They're both acting on the book and then they cancel each other out. You still think the things go into the ball. They don't. They come out the ball.
Some of it comes out of the ground, though.
Some of them, no, they all act upon the ball.
Act upon the ball. Yeah. So, stay still. Stay
So,
still
Laura.
is the new down.
Laura, we're going to do it again.
No, Ron. I can't do it.
What are the forces acting on? A ball rolling down a hill.
Don't. We did
And what
this.
is the resultant force?
Stop it now. We've done this. Ron, we've done this.
Yeah, so it should be really easy for
Yeah,
you.
it is. It was. Twice before. We've done it.
Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
Ron, we've done it.
So it should be easy for
So
you.
you do it then. I've done it twice. You do it once. That's fair.
That's not how the podcast works.
The podcast should be different episodes, not just some horrible groundhog ball.
Just do
I bet this doesn't even come up in the GCSE.
I'm going to make sure it does.
Right, there's a fucking ball on a fucking hill. And the ball's got an up arrow and a down the hill arrow and an into the floor arrow and some friction arrow. All right?
Can I
Lovely.
see the drawing? I can't see it.
No,
Click.
because you're in Vienna like a prick.
Well, it's
Not
not
drawn
right.
to scale. It's not to scale, okay?
It's not right.
Why is it not right? There's arrows in all directions. There's nowhere else to draw an arrow on that.
Yeah, the purpose wasn't surround a ball with arrows.
No, that's gravity. No, that's gravity. That's the hill pushing back there. Hang on, let me flip the camera so I can...
That's the bit that's wrong.
No, you said the hill pushes back.
It does.
Yeah, and you said everything...
But it's not going to push straight up, is it?
Everything comes out of the ball.
Everything does come out of the ball, but it's not going to push straight up, is it?
Well, in this hill, it does.
Well, no, that's the bit that's wrong.
Oh. Fuck you. Okay?
Yeah, that's better, actually. And what's the resultant force?
Down the fucking hill. This one.
But that also is represented by the momentum, right?
Yeah, from the kick-in that didn't happen because the ball exists in an absolute story vacuum.
All right, next one. A pendulum.
No! We have done this. We have done this, Ron.
Do it. Just do it.
Unplug your microphone again because you're crackling and you're pissing me off. Getting on my last tit. Oh, it's a fucking pendulum, and then there's gravity, and then there's the chain pulling upwards, and then it's going left. There you go.
Can I see?
Oh, no, I don't want to be in safe driving mode. I'm not driving. There you go.
It's so shit.
Yeah, because I don't care, Ron. And it exists 3 pages back. There's another one. You see? Way more effort in that one. Then it exists somewhere back in the rest of the world. Just doesn't matter, does it?
But you understand that last time we were just talking about forces and now we're talking about resultant forces.
Yeah, the result is the pendulum swings. Crack-a-decker.
Well, no, because Laura, you've not really drawn that very
Your
well.
microphone's crackling.
I give up.
I give up.
I give up.
It swings. What do you want? It swings.
But we're talking about resultant forces.
Swinging is the resultant force. Left and right a bit, some down, done.
The point is, with like so with your pendulum there, the force that the string is pulling upwards, that's a reaction force.
Yeah.
So that needs to be equal to the force of the gravity, whereas you've drawn it's not.
Yeah, because actually you are mistaking part of my arrow for the line of the pendulum.
You're a shyster, and I just saw you draw another arrow.
I didn't
on there.
draw another arrow, actually. What I've done is some Ron clarity, and I've drawn a line to show you where the arrow starts and the pendulum stops.
Okay, so that arrow then isn't coming out the ball, and then it's wrong for a different
It's coming out
reason.
the chain, which is also having a reaction resultant force on it.
Yeah, but we're talking about the ball, aren't we?
No, this is a pendulum.
Yes, but the pendulum's the thing at the bottom.
Oh, the whole thing's involved.
Oh, you're a problem.
You need to unplug your microphone and plug it back in. It's crackling.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Right, so no, because as we were talking about before, when you're doing things like this, Laura, you act at the centre of mass. Can you do an aeroplane at a stable altitude and speed, please? Only draw the resultant force.
Can I do what now?
An aeroplane at a stable altitude and speed.
No, I can't draw that.
Okay, well, I'll just move on.
Yeah, thank you. You look like a proper little boy. You got a side party. Put that side party back, there's adorbs.
No.
A sad little boy. Without an aeroplane.
Not having a good time, so.
You think I am?
We're going to talk
Doing this
about
for the
work
third
done and energy.
time?
Shut up. We're going to talk about work done and energy transfer now. It's the next bit.
Okay.
When a force causes an object to move through a distance, work is done on the object. So a force does work on an object when the force causes a displacement of the object.
Cool.
The work done by a force on an object can be calculated using the equation work done equals force times distance moved along the line of an action of the force. W equals capital F, small s. Work done is in joules. Force F is in newtons. And distance S.
Oh,
is
there's a
in meters.
delivery. It's some crayons for a sulky little boy. He doesn't want to go bowling.
Are you listening? Are you taking this in?
No, I'm not listening because you're not trying.
Well, we've not done this before, so...
So teach it properly then, you piece of shit.
I am.
You're not.
I am.
You're not. You're phoning it in. You're being sulky.
Yeah, because you're just being...
I'm doing my
work.
job on the podcast, which is to not understand it, and I am doing that very well.
Yeah, and I'm teaching.
You're not. You're saying things in a sad little voice, and then you're going to text Judith and go, Laura was mean to me on the podcast today.
No, we don't talk about you.
Yes, you do.
Never.
Yes, you do.
How
So all
long
you
have we
talk
been
about.
recording?
What?
How long have we been
No,
recording?
I'm not recording any of this. This is just the warm-up. We've got about 30 minutes.
Okay. So work done is a... forces...
Just have a fucking biscuit, mate. You seem so sad.
It's just hot in here. I'm going to open the window. So, work done is basically about how much... it's about the effect, kind of, that a force has on a thing.
Right.
So, work done equals force times the distance that it moves, okay?
Force times distance moved.
Yep.
The force. Right. Well, yeah. Not like the mass. The mass wouldn't be involved.
Well, do you remember that the weight of something is a force applied on it based off its mass and the gravity?
Yeah. Yeah. Remember
So
that.
the mass is kind of
In
wrapped up into the
sparkling
force
4K
anyway, isn't it?
clarity.
Yeah? You understand why I've said that?
What do you think Gary Lineker's doing right now?
Yeah.
Good old Gary. He's got lovely skin, hasn't he?
So...
This episode is fucking shambles.
I hate it.
This one for the die-hard fans.
I've got a headache from the... I didn't have a headache when we started doing it.
Have some sugar then.
Why are you obsessed with making me eat a biscuit?
Because it changes your mood.
How would you know?
Because I've known you for like 27 years.
Oh, and I'm using biscuits to medicate. Where are you getting that from?
That's human biology, you idiot.
Laura,
Your
eating
microphone's
a
crackling
biscuit.
again.
Oh, can we stop? Let's finish this episode another time.
No, because I can't do this again. If I sit down again and have to draw a fucking pendulum and then
we will come
aeroplane.
back. Resultant forces are done. We will come back and we'll do work done and energy transfers another time. But I can't be dealing with these technical difficulties. You're being a hag. I'm sad. Apparently a biscuit's going to make this fun, but I don't have any biscuits, so...
Fine, bye then. Are we going to do a quiz on this, or is this the end of the episode?
No, we'll record the rest of this episode next time we record.
Fine. So after some technical difficulties and a week, we are back. The problem now that I've got, though, Ron, is that I've got the sort of brain space as if we're going to do a quiz where I can't remember, but we actually haven't even finished learning it yet.
Yeah, but...
What were we doing?
We're doing down 3.
Oh, God, yeah.
But...
What a time for your internet to commit suicide.
Am I back?
You never went anywhere.
Okay. I have decided, though, that today we just need a bit more content, right? And then we'll do a quiz, episode's over, we can move on next week.
I mean, you can't just say we need a bit more content. We need to finish the lesson.
But I thought, how about this? Instead, I bought a toasty maker yesterday. Thought we could just talk about that for 20 minutes.
Look, just summarise quickly what...
Oh, forces come out an object,
I just feel
go
like
in a
we've done
direction.
it.
Yeah, exactly, we've done it. So we'll just talk about toasty makers for a bit, and then...
How's your toasty maker going? Have you been putting mayonnaise on the outside, not butter?
I haven't actually made a toasty yet.
What?
So...
What the fuck are we going to talk about then? What happens if we push a toasty maker down the hill?
The toasties I'm gonna make. Hang on, let me move to the quiet chair.
Oh my God! Why don't you do any of these things before we start?
Shut up.
I've had such a stressful week.
And this is fun. So, yes. I'll tell you the story.
Why didn't you at least message me before the recording so I could do some thinking about toasties?
Because you'd have said no. Do the content properly. Wouldn't you?
Well, I do think it's a flimsy premise for a podcast anyway. And if neither of us are the rules, then what keeps the boat afloat, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is that I was genuinely quite upset and in a bad mood after the last record. So I'm just not willing to do that again.
Why didn't you behave better?
Don't. So I'll tell you the story.
I just found my drawing of a butternut squash on a needle.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
You can tell how angry I was because all these drawings are so scribbled.
So you've got a toasty maker.
Yeah.
I chose to just go for like one of the flat ones. Yours does the thing where it like crimps it into little Pop-Tarts.
Fuck me! I wish I could talk about what else is going on in my life, because the reality of having to juggle that with just having a chat with you about toasty makers for work is unreal. So what have you got? Like a panini grill? Just like a George Foreman type thing?
Yeah, but a Breville one. That is because... So here's what happened, right? You know that lovely cookie shop near my house that I've taken you to before?
Yeah.
Went there because I needed a toaster because me and Judith are quite into bagels at the moment.
But Judith doesn't toast her bagels.
She started. She's seen the light.
Does she realise what a creep she was now? So a girlfriend of the podcast, Judith, would just cut a bagel in half and just eat it flat. What is it called? Raw. Not toasted.
Untoasted.
Untoasted. In my head for a second then, like toasted was the equivalent of fizzy, but for bread.
Flat. Flatbread.
Flat.
That's what they mean when they say that.
When they say flatbread, it's bread that you haven't smashed through a soda stream. What's happening? Where's that fly come from now? Oh, God, I hate them. So now she
Yeah, she toasts her bagels now. So I went to big up home of cooking in Brussels, and I was there and I was looking for a toaster, and it's quite a nice shop. And then the first toasters that you see when you go in there, they're like some smeg motherfuckers that cost €130. I couldn't see any other toasters. I was looking at them, and they've also got this type of toaster that you have, Laura. Same brand.
Yeah, a dual-lit one.
Yeah. And I was looking at these. They were a bit more than I wanted to spend. But I'm at the stage of my life where I'm trying to buy the last. I wanted to buy the last toaster I ever had to buy. You know.
Well, that's the thing with dual-lit is they are the last toaster you'd ever buy because they're completely repairable and made in Crawley.
Yeah. Then I was tempted. And I was thinking about it, but then I was like, you know what? Actually, a toasty maker can toast bread. And it's a motherfucking toasty maker.
Yeah.
So I got that instead.
Got like griddled panels and flat ones?
No, just completely flat.
Just all flat. You could cook anything on that.
And I did yesterday. I cooked an aubergine. Just put a whole aubergine in there.
No, you chopped it up though.
In half.
Crikey. I ate a whole aubergine yesterday as well.
Oh.
I
made one of the best recipes I've ever come up with myself yesterday. Roasted garlic and tomato orzo with like a aubergine courgette kind of like put loads of balsamic vinegar in that. It was like tangy. It was really good. But yeah,
I've been eating a lot of potato salad lately.
That fits. That tracks.
What?
You're just a very potato salad kind of person.
What is that? That's not kind. Why does that feel like an insult? Potato salad's nice.
Just an observation.
Oh, I'm perturbed.
Just an observation. You can do with it what you want.
I don't think that's kind, actually, to say I'm a very potato salad sort of That tracks. Fuck you, Ron.
You're the one that's been eating gallons of potato salad recently.
Yeah, it's nice.
It didn't come out of nowhere. I didn't walk into your house and say you're a potato salad kind of person. You said I've been eating loads of potato salad recently. And I was just like, yeah, that vibes.
But what do you mean that vibes?
It's just you're quite potato salad-y.
It's got light mayo.
Chives?
Spring onions.
I'm not a fan of a scallion.
Oh. I feel quite sad now.
It's just fine.
You know what potato salad is nicest with a bit of tuna. Or today I had it with some, like, vegan chicken.
You're a potato salad kind of person. I'm a cheesy coleslaw kind of guy.
Oh, my God. Do you know what Tom and I did this week, though? We finally had a smash burger in Smash Burger.
How was it?
Fine.
The same.
The burger was much better for not having been delivered. The tots, I think, went down in quality because the cheese hadn't had a chance to melt all over them.
Is it? Interesting. I had my first McDonald's in ages the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have the McPlant?
No, I was drunk, so I'm not really a vegetarian when I'm drunk.
That's fair.
Yeah, but so for dinner today, Judith and I are just going to make a bunch of toasties. We've planned 3.
Yeah?
Yeah. Number
Cheese
1.
and Marmite?
No. 1 is going to be...
Why have you bought a toasty maker when you can't get hold of cheddar in that country?
Oh, you can. It's just very expensive. That's where all my money will go now.
Join the Patreon.
Yeah.
Help me get rid of all the flies in my house.
Buy more potato salad.
We're on a 4 cheese.
Yeah, gonna make a ham and cheese kind of guy. Gonna make like a chicken Caesar kind of guy, and gonna use the rest of the veg that I stewed up yesterday and put that in there with some mozzarella.
That sounds gross.
Because it's vegetables.
Yeah, you just seem like a stewed up vegetables kind of a guy.
I am.
Look, can you stop wasting my time with this? Are you going to teach me anything, or can I go?
I just thought we needed a bit more time on the app. I thought you'd be more keen.
I think maybe I would if it would just naturally slid into that. But having come back a week later to have you go, hey guys, what do you think about toasties?
When Laura and Tom first got a toasty maker, husband of the podcast, Tom ate a whole loaf of bread in a day.
That was actually with friend of the podcast, Jack. Hello, Jack. And I think that was pre me moving in with him. That was just after I moved in with him. He still lived in a house share. Unless he did it again.
I think he did it again when you got the toasty maker.
Oh. He might have only told you about that then. Right, well, listen. Work done equals force times distance moved plus toasty.
I can't believe you weren't more keen for this.
I'm super keen. I'll see you for the quiz, Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to quiz you on what toasties we had.
There's just like random callbacks to
Yucky.
eggs that were eaten many weeks ago.
But that's what's great about it.
Is it? Is it, Ron?
Where's my notes?
Okay, recording. Ooh, a packet of silica gel.
Don't eat it.
46. That's us there.
Yep.
All right, Ron. It's been a long time between episode and quiz. I think.
Long time. No quiz.
You sound distracted. What are
Finding
you up
my
to?
quiz. Remember what...
Have you put some effort in? Because you've been really phoning in the quizzes of late.
No, I haven't.
Ron!
No, but you'll know why. Do you remember the last episode?
White blood cells. Oh, I've drawn the Teletubbies. There's 2 pages of notes, though.
Wait, what? Are we doing...
Human defense systems.
Oh, shit. I've made a quiz for the wrong thing.
What have you done?
I've made a quiz about, toasties.
Toasties?
Yeah, we never did a quiz about toasties.
When, what, that time you had all those toasties?
When we talked about toasties on that episode.
What episode was
It was at the end of the physics.
Oh, no, it was biology.
But then we
last
never did a
time.
quiz for that physics.
Did we not? Have we not done a quiz for 45?
I don't think so.
Oh, I think you're right.
Well, I've got a quiz for it.
All right, let's do that quiz
My
instead,
fun
then.
reveal halfway through the quiz isn't going to be as fun anymore.
Oh, bollocks, no. I wasn't expecting a physics quiz. The notes for this are like absolute dog shit.
Yeah, it was a bad time.
Yeah, okay.
God, I did all of the last episode from the syllabus. I'll ask you random questions from the syllabus, that's fine. Okay, Laura, are you ready for physics quiz? Pump, pump.
Well, honestly, no, but for practical purposes, yes.
Now, I just really could not bring myself to talk about resultant forces anymore. So...
No, let them die in a
Yeah,
bin.
this quiz is out of 2025, okay?
Fucking... Oh, you're going to make me talk about something. Just ask me a yes or no
No,
question.
it's better than that. Laura, resultant forces, score out of 10.
0.
Alright, okay, 0 marks for that question.
Why? They're horrible and I hate them.
Now, Laura, what brand makes the best toasty makers?
Breville.
Correct. Now, Laura, last time when we spoke, Judith and I were going to have a sandwich platter of toasties. Or we just had one. I can't remember which way
You were
round
just
it was.
about to have one.
What toasties did we have at our toasty feast? 4 answers.
Pepperoni,
Nope.
chicken and barbecue,
Nope.
mozzarella and pesto,
Nope.
cheese and Marmite.
Nope.
See, it's not just the science I don't listen to. It's your whole life.
Sad.
Cheddar.
Just cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, no. 0 marks for that question. Laura. Toasties.
Is that your cat playing with something with your chair?
That's my chair.
Oh my God, you're the worst. Can you change into the proper chair, please?
Yes. Laura. Toasties. Score out of 10.
10.
All right. 11 marks for that quiz.
Where did I get 1 from?
You said Breville for the best bread.
Ron, that is your worst quiz yet, and you need to up your game on the quiz element of this podcast.
All right, get ready for a super hard quiz for biology that we have to record right bloody now.
All right. There, it's up there with the worst episode yet, Ron.
Yeah.
It's down 3, worst episode yet 2.
Yeah. I thought you'd be way more game for the toasty chat. I thought that would have been fun. It wasn't fun.
As I said in the episode, it was the fact that we started a day with that.
Yeah.
With no warning.
Some other people, that's their whole podcast. Just...
Yeah. And we hate those people.
No, we don't. We love it.
What are you doing?
I've got some tweezers and I'm moving things around with them.
Ron, you need to be present, all right? You know I already do this podcast with Will, where I'm trying to run a podcast while somebody else tries to avoid being in the podcast. You have to be in the podcast.
Sorry.
What are you doing with the tweezers?
There was cat hairs on my leg from when Gnocchi was here, and I've been making a small stack of them.
So there you go. That's how good the podcast is. That even while doing it, someone is stacking cat hairs. Fuck me.
But apologies for forgetting last week and potentially the week before as well, listeners. But it's time for the Patreon register.
Yes.
Have you got?
You haven't put it in the notes, so I don't know what you're doing. So you'll have to do it all.
No, can you stop being a cantankerous hag, please?
What'd you do the work?
I
then?
have. I'm sorry. I put it in the spreadsheet.
That is not how we run this.
Do you want to go first or second?
First.
Okay. Cue that music.
We've got a big thank you to Fab Rat Matt Knox, aka the Goose Rustler. He rustles the geese that produce the eggathon eggs. One day, he hopes to rustle the super goose, which lays mystical eggs that can never overcook. So Laura can boil and boil and boil, and the yolk remains palatable. Oh my God, they were so dry.
And next up, we want to say thank you to you, Pody Williams. Invented a game where you have to try and shill various toasty makers to people, and they pick a different brand and shill back. In other words, they like playing Breville's advocate.
Oh, Ron, that is beautiful. Mwah. I forgive you for everything you've ever done to me. Thank you to Matt Sims, who is the landlord and proprietor of the Squash and Berry, the local pub near Lexx Education HQ, where Ron likes to go to drown his sorrows when he's feeling down.
Down. And finally, last but not least, thank you very much to Abby Rose. Agony Dad's favourite Chandler.
Ah, and he is a selective man. Thank you for listening, everyone. If you would like to join the Patreon and watch the Agathon or listen to it and get access to all of our monthly extracurricular activities, go to
Geography,
patreon.com.
pop quiz, Agony Dad, theory of laughing in that.
We're going to record another one of those next week.
Are we now? Lovely.
Yeah.
We should do an Agony Dad too, get Dad involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe when we're all in Brighton.
Yeah, all in the same room record.
Yeah.
Aww. All right. Listen, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week when we're back to the beautiful squashy ground of biology. And we love that for us.
Ow. Class dismissed.